Alright, if you ever need to remove any of the epoxy, I'm using a scraper, and one result of this is the surface is extra smooth after scraping this. This was 2 layers of epoxy, and I'm scraping most of it off. I want to get down at least back to the first layer, which most of the first layer soaked into the wood, so by taking most of this off I should be able to get down to the first layer. And what I'm using to do the scraping is this carbide scraper. Has a 2-inch carbide blade, and it does a really good job. I'll show you here in just a moment of scraping the epoxy off, and it creates these thin shavings. So why am I doing this? Well, one, I want to show you what it's like, and also I just want to be extra sure that I don't have any amine blush between these 2 layers. So I did make a video earlier on the need to scrub the epoxy after it cures with warm water and a scrubber, and I did not do that on these before applying the second coat. And even though there probably was not any amine blush, I just want to be extra sure, and also kind of show you how to go about doing this as well. So I've scraped up to this point about here, so back here is not yet scraped, and up here is, and this is what it looks like with the scraping in action. All right, so this is the scraper. It says here the brand is BAHCO, so Baco 665. It has this handle and it has a replaceable blade, and really you just put it here and pull back. Make a few passes. I try to be a little bit extra careful along the edge so that I don't gouge into it. I'm less worried about out here in the middle, and I just keep going until I get most of the shininess off, and it starts getting down to the, not quite completely to the wood, but most of the way down to the wood. Now if you need to take off just a little bit, you probably don't need to make as many passes as this, but this is really all it takes. And I'll be a little bit more careful again on the edge, and I find it helps to have a light like I have down there that will shine a light this way so that I can see the reflection in the surface and know when I'm getting most of the epoxy off. And that's what it takes. I took about another foot or so of the epoxy off of the surface, and you get these long shavings like this. And I just need to continue this and remove all the epoxy. Afterwards, I mentioned this is completely smooth now, and out here I can feel a bit of bumpiness. I mean, it's not rough or anything, but I can feel some bumpiness versus after the scraping. I mean, this is very smooth and flat. All right, well, I have to finish the rest of these keels, so I'm going to get to it.